CSGO knives seem to be getting more and more expensive by the day. I mean, last time I made a video talking about the best knives under $100, the gut knife Doppler was under $90, and now they're around the 110 range for the worst phases. So today, we're going to solve that problem and find you guys some of the best looking knives for under $100. So as always, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're in the majority of people that watch these videos and still aren't subscribed. And just before we get into it, let's talk about our sponsor and the site we'll be using for prices in this video, Skimport. Skimport has 160,000 plus skins on their site, so you can find anything you want, and those skins can be anywhere from 20 to 30% off Steam market price, which you'll see in this video. Looking to get a knife under $100? Well, considering you click on this video, I hope you have at least a slight interest in it. You can actually snag up a Navajo Marble Fade on Skimport right now for only $94. Well, on the Steam market, it would cost you $126. And of course, there's no hidden fees or anything like that when you buy. It's always the number on your screen, whether for buying or selling. So you always know what you're paying and if you're selling, receiving. And if you're looking to sell skins for real money, they're great for that too. For items over $1,000, they only have a 6% selling fee, and they're a completely safe and trustworthy site with a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot. So be sure to sign up with that link in the description today. And if I haven't convinced you yet, you'll see why later in this video as well. But either way, be sure to sign up with that link in the description to start saving a ton of money with Skimport. So first of all, let's actually talk about the Navajo Marble Fade really quickly, even though I covered it in the intro. This knife at $94 is really a steal. The Navajo definitely isn't a top community favorite, but personally I think it's a pretty clean knife, and the Marble Fade is just a cherry on top, and for a price like that, it's hard not to want it. So definitely be sure to check that link in the description so you don't miss out if you do want it, because I'm sure it'll be gone soon. But now, on to the next knife. Next up, another really good deal actually is the Ursus Blue Steel Field Tested. A pretty clean knife for only $92, and actually, judging by the past sales, this thing is really underpriced as well. Recently, it's been selling at a range of $105 to $120, so not too shabby of a buy at all, whether you want to keep this knife for a few weeks before reselling it, or just pick up a knife that fits your budget. And compared to the Steam market, this thing is like $40 off, so you're saving a ton of money. And for an Ursus, which I think is a pretty clean knife, under $100, it's not too bad. And it actually looks like there's a lot of really good deals today, because when making this video, I just searched out the best knives that I personally thought of and looked at the prices after, and they were all really cheap. So next up is going to be a pair of Crimson Web Shadow Daggers field tested, but with a .152 float. So they look incredibly clean and are very close to minimal wear, and I'm really surprised these things were listed at this low. Average sale price has been mostly in the low $100 range, but these are going for $96 right now, and for having such a low float, if you like shadow daggers, these are a great pickup in my opinion. They look really clean in game. As you can see in this footage here, I am showing you the actual pair I'm talking about. These are not minimal wear, these are not factory new. This is the exact pair. And next up, we have the Bowie knife, which actually has a few options. Starting with the field tested Damascus steel at $99. Personally, I think the gray mixed with the black handle looks really good, and I know it's not a knife that's necessarily at the top of people's list, but I still think the Bowie looks pretty solid in game. The animation isn't too crazy, but for the price it's not too bad. An alternative, if you don't like the Damascus steel and want to save a few bucks, is the Boreal Forest at $91. This one is a pretty high float field tested one, so there's definitely cleaner ones out there if you're patient, but it's not too bad of a buy in my opinion if you like the Bowie knife. And for what's going to be my final knife of the video, the Flip Knife Blue Steel field tested for only $94. Another really good deal based on past sales on Skimport, and a really solid margin off of the Steam market price as well. I think the Flip Knife is a pretty solid option with its clean animation, and seems to be a well perceived knife amongst the community. The Blue Steel, once again, just a pretty clean skin as well I feel, and best of all, this thing is actually increasing in price pretty significantly over the past few years. Until recently, it's taken a bit of a halt through this stale period in CS, but overall, potentially even a knife you can make some money on, depending on how long you hold on to it, especially if you buy at this price though. But a lot of the time with older knives, they're actually going to be increasing in value as the older cases aren't unboxed as much and they just get more expensive. So whenever buying CS skins, don't just think it's a waste of money. You can always resell them for real money if you want, even if you aren't necessarily buying them as an investment. You can trade them, whatever you want to do as well, so lots of options. It's not like buying Valorant skins where you can't really do anything with them. Although they look cool, I feel like CSGO skins are the much better option. But overall, I think that does pretty much wrap it up for this video. Just a real short one talking about some good looking knives under $100 right now, and actually some really good deals as well. So if you go to Skinport, I'm sure by the time you're watching this video, there's going to be more knives listed there, and you can find some other cool ones as well. But besides all that, if you did enjoy this video, of course, be sure to subscribe, help your boy get to 40k, and of course, one final time, check out Skinport through that link in the description, save yourself a ton of money buying CSGO skins, and help support me as well. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.